Hi, in order to cover COVID expenses, Rishi Sunak opened up a line of credit with the Bank of England. He signed a deed of indemnity. And what that means is that it puts the British taxpayer on the hook for any losses suffered by the Bank of England. The Bank of England then started a quantitative easing program, which means they printed money. They don't actually print money. It's all done on a computer, but it's printing money. Let's call it printing money. And therefore, the government had access to funds. Now, the government's borrowings under quantitative easing were made at 0.1%. The bank rate was 0.1%. But as we've seen, with inflation, in order to try and control inflation, the Bank of England has had to raise interest rates. And the bank rate is now 1.25%. And we're looking for another increase on the 4th of August. Now, the problem for the UK is that the borrowings made under that quantitative easing program are linked to the bank rate. And while we borrowed at 0.1%, we're now having to pay back at 1.25%. And if inflation continues to rise, we're going to have to pay more. In June, our interest payments on the national debt were £19 billion in 1 month. 1 month. And the problem now is that with the energy price cap, in October, inflation is likely to go to 15%, which means that the Bank of England has to raise the bank rate. It's got no choice. So in October, we might see a bank rate of, say, 7%, which means that our interest payments are going to be even higher. So people who are talking about tax cuts and such like don't appear to understand the problems that we have. Sunak understands the problems because he created them.